Most of you watching this right now are on a direct path to looking the exact same 1 month from now.
You gotta get fly just to listen to this shit. Got a brand new Glock, Scottie Pippen in the clip. But I ain't Scottie Pippen, I be pippin' on a bitch. You a sucker ass nigga, why you listen to the bitch? I be fucking with these hoes and I flip them on my clip. You be covering on these hoes and you kissing on that bitch. I'm on that young nigga shit. Got a big old bag cause I'm young and I'm rich. High tech, walk hard with my young finish.
Now, here's a hard truth. Your current identity is the reason you're not shredded right now. You need to kill the old version of yourself. And that starts with how you run your morning. For me, I wake up around 6 to 8, and the first thing that I do is I get outside, I get fresh air, take a couple deep breaths, do a lymphatic warm up, I bounce around a little bit. If I can get sunlight and the sun is out, awesome. Then I pray, and then I have a little notepad in my hand, then I plan my day, and then I make sure I hydrate. Now, some mornings I make a breakfast after my morning routine. Oftentimes, I fast until the afternoon. I hold off on the food, I get a little bit of work done, because for some reason, when I'm really full and I have a lot of food in my system, I can't think straight. That's why I have a coffee on a fasted stomach. And some mornings I also do fasted cardio. I get outside, I walk, or I have this little step pad that I walk on. It's like a little treadmill. Now, the point isn't just some perfect military-based routine. I'm not gonna sit here, lie, and tell you that I nail this every day, because I'll tell you what, this morning I woke up, I said, the whiteboard. I am tired of looking at that thing. And I just got to work. I had a rough start to the morning because I tried to hit abs and it was not working. And I just said, screw that. I'm not doing that. So I decided to step for 10 minutes. I usually do an hour-long cardio, but I don't have an hour to sacrifice right now. I'm leaving for the airport at 3 o'clock. So sometimes you have to make adjustments. And I just want you guys to know it is okay to do that. If you miss a day, it's okay. But anywhere after 2 days, it starts to become a habit. I don't follow this routine every day. I just wanted to be open and honest about it because you know what? That's not the point. The point is I own that first hour. Instead of grabbing my phone as soon as I wake up, start scrolling and letting the day happen to me. I happen to the day. I place myself in that freaking world. I wake up healthy, strong, ready to go. So you best know I am gonna start off with the fire morning routine. Get myself ready for the morning. If I'm fasted, have a freaking coffee. Feel good, baby. But dude, I'll be honest, I have body issues, a lot of imbalances, and this morning I literally tried to hit abs. It was just not working for me. I couldn't feel it, and I'm like, bro, this is so annoying. I freaking crashed out, dude. But I had to just, keep myself calm, remember why I'm here, remember my purpose. I took a quick shower after I did 10 minutes of cardio, and I just sat in my room. And I said, you know what? We're not gonna let this loss define my day. We're gonna take control of this day, and we're gonna make sure that I go to sleep at night tonight knowing that I couldn't have done more, that I did the most I can possibly do. And that's how your routine should be. Not just morning routine, that should be your daily routine. But there's been times where I had to wake up at 4 a.m. I did a little bit of my morning routine and got outside, got some fresh air, open up my window, get some oxygen in my room. I hydrate in the morning, I pray in the morning, I get in the shower, I have a mediocre breakfast. I wouldn't really call it a healthy breakfast, but I have a little bit of something because something's better than nothing. And then I get to work at 6 a.m. And then as soon as I get back, I'm drained, but guess what? I go to the gym because I know that is what us men are meant to do. That is what we're built to do. We're built to be strong and do the things that we're not wanting to do in that moment. That's the point of being a man. Being a man isn't about doing the things that you love and the things that make you feel good. Being a man is about doing the things that are right, even when times are hard. And that's just the truth. So stop trying to feel like it. Tonight, I want you to decide the 3 things that you are going to do tomorrow morning. Get outside, hydrate, pray. Don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes to an hour of waking up. It's all about building your identity through promises that you actually keep to yourself. And over time, that's gonna boost your confidence. Now, let's talk about lifting. If you're lifting 6 days a week to get ready for the summer, bro, you are frying your nervous system and you are honestly tanking your gains. You're not recovering. Your body's on constant stress mode. You do not need more volume. I need to make that very, very clear. You just need intensity and frequency. 2 sets per exercise is all you need. And I like to do 2 to 3 exercises per muscle group. So like for my back, 2 to 3 exercises, for my chest, 2 to 3 exercises, for my arms, 2 to 3 exercises. Arguably you can get away with less sometimes, but you don't need more volume, okay? You need more intensity and frequency. I lift 3 to 4 times a week, and I'm currently running an upper body, lower body split. It varies a lot for me because maybe my work days are different, or maybe I'm sore certain days. But let's say upper body is on Monday. That is going to be my heavy compound, just heavy pushing freaking weight. And then I usually rest the day after, and then I hit lower body to give myself a little bit of recovery. And then I rest again, and then I hit my upper body again. So that gives me more than 3 days to recover in between my 2 upper body days. And it gives me more than a week to recover from my lower body days. Now, the reason why I do 1 lower body day is because I also like to implement sprints into my routine. And I think that is absolutely killer for your legs. I'm still kind of figuring things out because at the moment I'm dealing with just brutal shin splints and imbalances. I don't even want to get started on it right now because it just stresses me out thinking about it. Right now I'm trying to build like an upper lower mobility day kind of split. So like I'll have 2 mobility days a week, 1 lower body day and 2 upper body days, and mobility can be mixed within my upper body days in my lower body days. And I've honestly just been playing around with it for the longest time. But here's what the generic influencers, the gurus, do not tell you. Your body is not a perfect machine. You have to adapt to it. You have to take it slow. You have to listen to it. Like I was saying, I deal with terrible, like literally the worst shin splints. They freaking suck. If I blindly followed some cookie cutter process programs, honestly, I think my knees would have exploded 2 months ago. So the trick is I adjust. I swap movements that flared up my shins to ones that make my shins feel good. I move my cardio off concrete and I go on a track where it's more rubbery and bouncy. I work less on my compensating side and I work more on my weak side. Now this is all for me, guys, but if you are dealing with the same issues where you have imbalances and you're trying to figure it out, I'm currently at the moment trying to find a professional that can just analyze me and figure out what's wrong with me. Now, if I were you, I would try to do the same thing or try to diagnose yourself. Take photos of yourself, film yourself doing certain movements like rows, bench press, maybe see if your shoulder rises up when you're trying to do a row or like a lat pull down. But where I'm trying to get at is that there is always something that you can do, so just do not give up. You have to think about all possible solutions, because when you think it's the end of the world, it's just your mind trying to freak you out. So just always know that there is something you can do. Do not give up. You got this, bro. So now that we talked about that, if you can, change your 6-day workout split to a 4-day workout split or a 5-day workout split. Give yourself more recovery. If a movement hurts your body, listen to it. Don't push through it like an idiot. Swap it for a single arm workout or a single leg workout. You can change machines. You don't have to be stuck on the same movement all the time. If there's a movement that's hurting you, don't do it. Don't do it just because an influencer is telling you, hey, this built my back, this grew my chest. Don't do it if it hurts you. And that's what I mean by you have to adapt. You have to change sometimes and you have to adjust when things go wrong. Now, you can't out-train a bad diet, period. But I'm also not gonna pretend like I'm this perfect guy and I have the most perfect diet in the world. I'm a college student. I live with my family. Sometimes I go out with my friends and I just want to enjoy the time. And I don't want to have to worry about tracking my calories and whatever it is. I don't weigh out every single gram of freaking food I put into my body. I'll be honest. But what I do know is I eat intentionally. I'd say 90 to 95% of the time. I eat meals that I am aware of, that I know. In the morning, I have 4 eggs typically with some toast, OJ, fruit. I got good carbs for the fuel, and then I got good protein with the eggs and a lot of healthy fats. And that's the real trick nobody tells you. The trick is to front load your protein for the day at the start of the day, because 1, it lowers your ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone. If you were to have 4 slices of toast compared to a steak that's about like 6 to 8 ounces, which one's gonna make you feel more full? Obviously the steak. Not only is it nutrient packed, but it's got a lot of protein, and that protein is gonna signal to your body that you're full. I also love to have carbs in the morning because it is an excellent fuel source. Right here, this is a lot of carbs in my coffee. I think there was a tad bit of cane sugar in my creamer I put in this, and that's gonna give me a little bit of energy. And you wonder why these freaking 4.0 GPA students have a Snicker bars and a Monster when they're doing homework or they're studying. It's because the caffeine keeps them locked in, and the sugar, oh my gosh, man, something about sugar, it's just, it works. I'll be real, it is excellent for locking in. Now, I'm not saying have a crumble cookie. Now, obviously eat with your goals in mind and know what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to get shredded, don't have a Snickers bar, don't have a crumble cookie, but you can have a banana and some fruit. That's really good sugars right there. Those are all natural sugars, good carbs, good fiber. Now that's what I do. I try to front load the protein at the start of the day, because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, running around with your head cut off trying to find protein. That's exactly what I do almost every day. Then I just end up going to In-N-Out and getting a 6x0. Mustard grilled. If you don't know the trick, I'll throw it up on the screen. Why not? This is my go-to order at In-N-Out. I know it's a fast food kind of thing, but there's little holes you can crawl into. There's methods. The hamburger patties might not be the absolute greatest, but guess what? It's protein. It's food. Just make sure you're not cooking it in bad oils. Just make sure you're not getting the animal style fries and you're good. But the thing is, you do not have to be perfect. You just have to be familiar. Know your meals so you're never standing in the kitchen guessing. Since being back home from college, I've been eating out a lot with my brother. I've been tracking calories for almost 4 to 5 years now, and I am quite aware with what I'm dealing with. Now, most of you guys watching this are not. So my biggest recommendation is to stick to foods that you are aware of until you get the hang of tracking calories. So don't guess your food. Pick 3 to 4 meals that you can stick to and be consistent with. Get most of your protein in before dinner. That's my recommendation, because it's honestly just easiest. That's not like a scientific fact or anything that's gonna make you shredded, but it really does help. If you got a sweet tooth at nighttime, you can have an ice cream at nighttime because you got your protein in during the day. But consistent impact is going to get you results. If you have a nail sticking out of a piece of wood and you have a hammer, it's not going to get into the piece of wood by not hitting it. You got to constantly hit it. So consistency will always bring you results. That's what they mean. Just keep hitting the nail into the wood. Now, everyone obsesses over the gym, but they completely forget about the other 22 to 23 hours they have left in the day. If you train for an hour or two and the rest of the day you're just sitting there, it's not going to be as effective if you were to take 5 hours from your sitting time doing something else like walking, maybe making food, meal prepping, maybe 1 to 2 extra hours of sleep. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not stepping outside and getting perfect sunlight every morning. That's the goal I'm trying to work towards. Waking up, doing my morning routine, doing fasted cardio, getting some sunshine on my skin. That's the goal I'm working towards. But what I actually do is get fresh air in the morning. That's the first thing I try to do. I either open up my window or I take a step outside. That's the first movement that I do, is I get up and make sure my lungs get some fresh oxygen in them. I don't start my day off trapped on my cell phone doom scrolling. And I move throughout the day. I go on walks, I do cardio where I can. I try to stay on my feet, and I try not to let myself sit for hours straight, but I do a lot of computer work, so it's a little different for me. But even if you are sitting on a computer, grab yourself a little to-do list, make sure you have a pen and paper, and literally just write down what you want to get done within like 30 minutes to an hour, and then break for 15 minutes, go on a 10-15 minute walk, maybe even 30-minute walk. Just flush your mind out, get every thought out if it's possible. It's not really needed, but trust me, it's really good at resetting your focus. This is something I'm working on. Again, this is a goal of mine. I try to do this as much as I can, but when I'm locked in, I'm locked in. I have to force myself to take a break. But then after the break, you can get back to work, and then you repeat the process. That, my friends, is one very important fraction of the blueprint to getting shredded. So a quick takeaway: get outside early, even if it's for 5 minutes or just a couple seconds. Get outside, breathe some fresh air, and get some light on your skin. Trust me, it's gonna reset your whole day. And when you can, stack your steps, do some cardio, get some movement in. If you're averaging 4,000 steps a day, don't jump to 15,000 steps a day, 20K steps a day. You're just gonna burn yourself out. Aim for like an 8 to 10,000 mark, and then just repeat that process. Once you get that down and you're consistent with it, then go up to 12K, then you can go up to 15K. Just keep on repeating it. And then some days you're just not gonna hit it, then it's okay. Then go back a little bit, go back to like 10K. Okay, we're consistent again, 15K. Rule of thumb, after every meal, try to get your feet moving. Put your shoes on, walk for 10 minutes. This is something I gotta get in a better habit of myself, but trust me, you will thank me later. Stop making up dumb excuses. Now let's talk about one thing that ruins probably 99% of your summer progress: alcohol and the weekend culture. You cannot build your dream physique if you are constantly putting poison into your body Friday through Saturday. Alcohol doesn't just add empty calories, it stunts muscle growth. It destroys your deep sleep. And let's be real, it kills your willpower for the next couple days. Especially if you're hungover, it feels like crap. It doesn't feel good. Now people say, oh, hangover is a choice. Your body is a temple. If you're drinking a bottle of poison the night before, you're going to wake up feeling like garbage. Okay, maybe you don't feel like garbage. Guess what? Your body is still regenerating itself from the night before. Let me be honest about something. I'm young and I love to go out with my boys. When there's an opportunity, like a once in a lifetime opportunity, where I can just just let loose, do what I want, not care, of course I'm gonna take that opportunity, man. I'm not saying to be a Debbie Downer and not enjoy your life. I mean, you got one life to live, man. And especially if you're young. If you're 50, 40 years old, 30 years old, it's a little concerning. But you know, when you're my age, you're like 18 to freaking 24. Eventually, yes, you have to grow up, but you gotta go out and experience the world, man. And my best piece of advice is to not let alcohol control you. Don't go out every single weekend. Put limits on yourself and really discipline yourself. But don't say no to a good time. Because if I said no to all the past times that I went out as a college student, I wouldn't have experienced half of the things that I've experienced today. It's a really important part of growing up, I really feel like. And it doesn't mean you have to drink. I'm not saying you guys have to drink. I'm saying it's okay if you do. Just don't let it control you. You're in control of your life. Your life isn't in control of you. I try to limit drinking as much as I can. Honestly, I'll be real, this year I've drank probably 2 times. I will say I am very disciplined when it comes to it, but when I have a once in a lifetime opportunity, I'm not gonna just say no. But it's not even about being a Debbie Downer and being like the party pooper or whatever, saying no to drinking. You just gotta think about what your future self is gonna think. You're 20 years old one time. And heck, maybe it's not even drinking. It can literally be something like traveling. You can travel when you're young. And then once you're 50 years old and you're working a job and you're busier and you got kids, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. You're not gonna be able to enjoy yourself as much as you can now. So my thing is, you know, live within your means, limit yourself, but don't say no to a good time. Enjoy yourself. I get tired of these people trying to trick you into thinking that, you know, enjoying your life is a bad thing. It's not. Because someday when you're on your deathbed, you want to make sure that you've done everything in this life that you've wanted to do. That's the way I look at it. You can disagree with me. I don't care. You can call me a fake influencer because I promote all these healthy things and I say, oh, but it's okay to do this. Guys, keyword within your limits. Discipline yourself. If you go out one night with your boys, make sure the next week you're fully locked in. Don't do anything. I do disagree very highly with alcohol, and I would love to say right now I am 100% committed to never drinking alcohol again, never having a sip of it ever in my life. But I would be a liar. I'm a human. Now, I want to make something very clear because I will stick up for myself. I'm only 20 years old and I can navigate that peer pressure very well. There's been so many times where I've had my friends going out, gotten invited, and I felt like a party pooper, like a Debbie Downer by saying no to going out and drinking and doing all of that. But guys, I thank myself so much for doing that right now, because that literally just would have been a moment of a temporary high, and then the next day I'm back to where I was. All alcohol does is just removes the current pressures you have of this world right now. It kind of makes you feel like you're in a false reality, and that's exactly why I try to discipline myself as much as I can to make it so I do not enjoy myself or drink and go out as much as I can. But don't get me wrong, I still do, just not as much as you may think. Where I'm headed, the going out culture, the weekend culture does not fit with my goals. It does not align with my goals. And you know what? 70 to 90% of the time, I have to step away from that crowd and I have to say no. And the thing is, you have to understand that real friends will respect that. If they're your real friends, they will be on the same path as you. My goal is to find a circle that supports me, and we all support each other. We don't have to go out and drink. We don't at all. I don't even want to, but the real friends will respect it. Fake friends will try to pull you down, and it's a thing that I constantly battle with, but it's just one of those things where you have to have limits. You don't have to be a full 100% disciplined freak. 80% is okay. 90% is okay. For me, realistically, I'm probably 90 to 95% disciplined, but the other 5 to 10% wants me to go out and have a good time, enjoy myself, party it up, you know? And I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all. That makes me feel good with myself. So a good little takeaway for you, if you are struggling with addiction, straight up, dude, go cold turkey. That is the only thing that has worked for me. Now, I'm very different, so maybe what I'd recommend for somebody that's not like me would be to take breaks. If you're going out every week, go out every other week, and then change it to every 3 weeks, then every 4 weeks, and you know, just slowly reduce partying down by a little bit. Now, your test isn't skipping the party, it's going and maybe staying sober while everybody else folds. Now, if you master that, you become unstoppable. Now, something that I often do is actually make sure that I stay so disciplined where I literally tell myself, if I don't get these tasks done, I won't go out. I used to do that my freshman year a lot, and it actually made me more motivated to work because I loved going out. I loved being with my friends and just like being in that zone of having everybody around you, having beautiful girls everywhere, stepping outside of my comfort zone, going up and talking to them. It got me fired up, and just like being able to dress up and do those kinds of things, have a pregame where you blast music. It's just a different kind of vibe, and it feels so good when you do it with people that you love and you just have a good circle with you. Now, something that I recommend that you guys look into and maybe attempt for yourselves is building that mindset of telling yourself, if I don't finish this, I'm not treating myself. That can be your 5 to 10% of you going out. Okay, there's a possibility I might go out. I haven't been out in like a couple months. There's a possibility I might go out, but if I don't get my work done, I won't go out. I'll say no. It's okay. There's always next week. There's always the week after. There's always that. That's something that I love doing because it literally motivates me to get more work done. Just don't get blacked out drunk. Now, what that allows you to do is to live to your fullest while still being locked in. I used to do that all the time, and it really was a great time. Now, this year in college, I have a very, very, very small circle. I'm probably not even going to touch any alcohol because my circles died down a lot. I went from like 20 people to like 2, and that's just me being real to you guys. So I'm probably gonna have little to no exposure to the going out culture. Now, the reason why I say little to no exposure is because there's still that window for opportunity, wanting to go out, step out of my comfort zone. I'm a young guy. I'm not just gonna shut down the fact that I can go out, talk to beautiful women, make new friends, get rejected. Personally, I believe that's how you develop as a person, doing the things that you don't necessarily want to do. Now, if you don't want to drink, I'm not saying you have to drink. That's not what I'm saying, but just doing the things that make you feel uncomfortable. For example, if you're at a coffee shop and you see an attractive girl, do the thing that you would not do. And I know most of my guys would not go up to her and talk to her, but go and do that. Alcohol can be completely out of the picture. You can be 100% sober and still have a good time. I don't want to have any correlation with alcohol. I don't want to have any correlation to going out and doing all these crazy things. I'd rather just build myself and focus on myself. That's the kind of person that I am. So if you don't have your work done, do not go out. That is my biggest tip for you. And that's something that has helped me a lot.